My body. What is adolescence? Adolescence is the state or process of growing up, from being a child to becoming an adult. During the preteen and teen years, young people go through lots of changes as their bodies develop into adult bodies.
When does it begin? The process usually begins between 10 and 13 years of age, or the start of puberty, and continues until 18 to 20 years, but it can happen earlier or later. Is puberty. Puberty is when changes start to happen to young people, as they move from being children to adults and become sexually mature. Lots of changes happen, and the most noticeable ones are changes to the body. The first sign of puberty is often a growth spurt, suddenly getting taller, but everyone is different. Girls typically start puberty before boys do. The changes depend on your individual genes as well as biological sex, which means being female, male, or intersex. If you have a disability or illness, this may affect when and how you experience some changes in puberty. No one knows for sure when these changes will start. Developing earlier or later than other people does not mean that there is something wrong. Everybody has their own natural timetable. Bodies develop at their own special rate. Inside every cell of each living thing, plant or animal, are a set of instructions called genes. Genes provide the instructions on what the plant or animal is, what it looks like, how it is to survive, and how it will interact with its surrounding environment. Changes that happen to all of us. Hormones are like little chemical messengers. They control what is happening in our bodies, and they also affect the way we think and feel. Some hormones cause changes in how we grow. Others affect our immune systems. Hormones even affect whether we feel hot or thirsty. Our bodies start to produce a special set of hormones as we go through puberty. Oil glands in the scalp become more active. Hair can become oilier and might need washing more often. Skin produces more oil, may develop pimples. Sweat glands become more active. Adult body smell develops. And sweat. During puberty, sweat glands become more active, produce more sweat. This is called perspiration. Body areas that have more of these glands are under the arms, palms of the hands, under the feet, between the legs. Sweating is healthy. Its main purpose is to help the body keep cool. Sometimes nervousness or anxiety increases sweating. Sweat by itself doesn't smell, but when it mixes with bacteria, germs on the skin, a smell develops. For the sake of hygiene, it is important to wash your body as often as you can and wear clean clothes. Deodorants control the underarm odor or smell, but they do not take the place of washing. Do not use vaginal deodorant sprays. Avoid douching. It is unnecessary and can be harmful. Douching means washing out the inside of the vagina. The vagina is a self-cleaning organ, and regular washing with clean water is enough. When sweat gets trapped inside shoes, germs, bacteria and fungus grow. This can cause the rotten smell that sometimes comes from feet and shoes. Ways to help reduce smelly feet. Don't let bacteria build up in your shoes. Keep your feet clean and dry them well after washing. Wash your shoes, if washable. Dry them before wearing. Leave shoes to air overnight. Cotton socks are best. The hair all over your body is affected by changes in hormones during puberty. The hair on your head can become oilier and may need to be washed more often. Hair grows under your arms and in your pubic area. Hair on your arms and legs, and sometimes on your face and chest, becomes thicker and darker. Body hair is normal. It is not unhealthy and is nothing to be embarrassed about. Some people like to remove their hair from their faces and or bodies. Others don't. It's a personal choice. If you want to remove, trim, or shape facial or body hair, be sure to do it safely. Always use clean instruments and follow instructions. Ways of removing hair. Shaving. It cuts hair away at the level of your skin's surface. Hair will grow out quickly and will look as though it is darker and thicker. Always clean razors after use. Never lend or borrow a razor, as it spreads germs. Pull the razor against the direction of your hair. Soften the hair by soaking it in warm water. Use soapy lather or shaving cream or lotion. Skin might burn or sting if you use deodorant right after shaving. Shaving cuts the hair at an angle, leaving a sharp tip which can loop back, pierce the skin and grow inwards, causing infections, cysts, big pimples or fluid under your skin. Cutting, clipping or not shaving at all. The best ways to avoid the problem of bumps is not to shave at all. Some people cut their facial hair close to the skin with hair clippers, leaving a little stubble. Bleaching lightens the hair but can burn your skin. Not a good method if you have darker skin. Plucking. Tweezers pull out hairs one at a time and are best for removing stray hairs. Do not pull hairs from moles. Hair removal creams. These creams contain chemicals that dissolve hair just below the level of your skin. Follow directions carefully, as it can be very irritating for some skins. Always test a small patch and see if any problems occur. Waxes. Hot or cold wax is applied to your skin and then pulled off, taking the hairs with it. Hair takes a longer time to grow back as the whole hair is pulled out. Waxing is best done by a professional. Electrolysis or laser. This is a permanent hair removal done by a trained technician using an electric current to destroy the hair at its root. This method is expensive and quite painful. Pimples and acne. Lots of teenagers get pimples and acne during puberty, but most skin problems go away after puberty. During puberty, the oil glands underneath the skin start making more oil, called sebum. Sometimes there's too much sebum, and this, together with dead skin cells, causes blockages on the surface of the skin. Bacteria or germs on the skin cause inflammation, and this results in pimples. Skin-colored bumps, pimples. Black dots on your skin, blackheads, caused by a chemical reaction to the sebum when air reaches it. White dots on your skin, whiteheads, when the opening is too small for air to cause the chemical reaction. Blackheads and whiteheads are both mild forms of acne. Some tips. Don't squeeze pimples. This can cause scarring. Drink lots of fresh water. Some research suggests changing your diet. Avoid oil-based creams and cosmetics. They can clog pores. Find out about safe acne lotions and creams from the chemist. Wash your face often, but don't scrub it or use abrasives. How a pimple develops. There is the skin surface. Next, its hair. Then there is the oil sebum and pores, which is where the yellow of pimples comes out. Next is the sebaceous gland, and then the hair follicles, and then you see on the left, they are germs or bacteria on oil surface. On the right are blocked pores, which result in pimples. All of these results in oil building up. Are exactly the same. Puberty changes can start happening from the age of about 9 years. Some girls start even earlier and others when they are older. If you are disabled, exactly the same process will happen to your body at puberty. If you are intersex, your body changes will depend on how your internal and external sex organs develop. For more information about intersex, please watch the next video. Discharge. The discharge is clear or milky and does not smell bad. The discharge is thicker. At the time of the month when the egg comes out of the ovaries. During breastfeeding, when sexually excited, do not douche or wash out the vagina or insert anything into it. See a nurse or doctor if the discharge smells bad. People with disabilities might need extra help understanding and managing the changes in their bodies.
Milestones in sexual development. It is important to note that this is a rough guide. Everyone's journey is different. Typical direction for boys: 10 and a half to 17 and a half years, growth of the scrotum and testes. 10 and a half to 18 and a half years, change in voice. 11 to 18 and a half years, lengthening of the penis. 11 to 14 years, growth of pubic hair. 12 to 17 years, growth spurt, peak and change in body shape. 13 to 18 and a half years, growth of facial and underarm hair. On that picture, I had a growth spurt. I grew 2 centimeters in 2 months. My voice keeps changing when I speak. Typical direction for girls: 10 and a half to 17 and a half years, growth of underarm hair. 12 to 16 and a half years, change in body shape. 12 and a half to 16 and a half years, adult breast size. 8 and a half to 13 years, breast budding. 8 and a half to 14 years, growth of pubic hair. 9 and a half to 14 and a half years, growth spurt, peak. 9 and a half to 16 years, first period, menarche. On that picture, I only got my first period at 15. My breasts only started growing when I was 17. There are 3 basic human body types, and most of us do not completely fit into one category. Some of us are tall, some are short, some are thinner, some are fatter. Some of us have lots of hair, some have less. There are many different shapes and sizes, and they are all normal. Narrow and wider waists, wider or narrow shoulders, big or small feet and hands, shorter or longer legs, more or less muscular, bigger or smaller bone structure. Exercise and eating fresh vegetables help keep us healthy. Endomorph, rounder with soft curves, more body fat. Ectomorph, slimmer and less curvy. Mesomorph, wider shoulders, slim hips, more muscular. Our basic body type cannot be changed. Shape can be changed a little by different eating or exercise. If you are type A, you will never look like a type B or C. Lots of exercise and the healthiest food you can eat is the best way to maintain a healthy weight. Always take your body type into account when you are thinking about whether you might be too fat or too thin. Type. Girls. Some girls have big breasts, while others have medium-sized or small ones. Girls may also have big or small hips and bottoms, narrow or wider waists, wide or narrow shoulders, big or small feet and hands, shorter or longer legs, big or small thighs, more or less muscles, bigger or smaller bones, vulvas, the outside part of female genitals, are all different too. There are many shapes and sizes. The clitoris might be bigger or smaller, and the labia shorter or longer. For more information, please visit female reproductive or sex organs. Deciding what happens to your body. In some cultural groups, girls are taught to stretch their labia, the folds of skin of the vulva. This is not harmful, but no one should be forced to do it. Some cultures examine girls' genitals to try to see if they had had sex, a practice called virginity testing. No one is allowed to do anything to your body without your agreement. This is called the right to bodily integrity. In several African countries, cutting off a girl's genitals is practiced as part of cultural and ethnic identity. Removing any part of the female genitals for non-medical reasons is female genital mutilation. FGM can cause death or permanent health problems. As well as severe pain and distress. FGM is a violation of girls' and women's human rights. Most countries have made it illegal, but it still happens to millions of girls. It is important to make sure girls who have been through FGM get proper health care and are not teased or treated badly, because their bodies look different to other girls.
Some information about breasts. Breasts come in all different shapes and sizes. A mom's breast size does not mean her daughter's breast size will be the same. Busting some myths. Sexiness has nothing to do with breast size. Sleeping face down will not affect breast size. Wearing a bra will not affect the shape or size of your breasts. Finding the correct bra size. To work out your bra size in inches. First, measure around your chest, just below the breasts. Add 6 to that number. If the number is even, example 30, 32, 34, 46, 38, 40, etc., then that is your bra size. If the number is uneven, example 29, 31, 33, 35, 37, etc., subtract 1 inch to get your bra size. How to work out cup size. Measure around the fullest part of your breasts, across the nipples. If the number is less than the bra size, your cup size is AAA. If the number is the same as the bra size, your cup size is double A. One inch more, your cup size is A. Two inches more, your cup size is B. Three inches more, your cup size is C. Four inches more, your cup size is D. How to work out cup size. Measure around the fullest part of your breast, across the nipples. If the number is less than the bra size, your cup size is triple A. If the number is the same as the bra size, your cup size is double A. 3 centimeters more, your cup size is A. 5 centimeters more, your cup size is B. 7 centimeters more, your cup size is C. 10 centimeters more, your cup size is D.